What is up, guys? So today we're going to have a little bit of a rant. We're going to have a moan about the state of the country, about the state of everything, really. Because it seems like common sense has taken a back seat and everybody's scared to talk, everybody's scared to give an opinion. Everybody's, I can't say that, oh, that's offensive, it'll not be long before being an English white guy is a hate crime. That's the way we're going. Soon pedophilia will be legal. You know, if you identify as if a man can identify as a woman, or it seems you can identify as whatever you want these days, so how long before some old perv identifies as a 12-year-old girl and then goes and bones a kid? You know, that's the next step in this ridiculous world. But anyway, if you're easily offended, I would suggest probably not watching the rest of this video, because I'm not a sheep. I give my opinion. I have a certain way of thinking, and some people find it offensive. I get it in the comments, racist, but I just passed all that, you know, I don't care. So yeah, this whole thing with even the movies now, even the movies are crap. You look at this Fantastic Four movie coming out. You think that they would have learned from Deadpool 3? That was a movie that wasn't woke and it broke all records. But then they'd put out movies that are woke, like Snow White, which is, the clue is in the fucking title, Snow White, played by a Colombian fucking mixed race actress. You know, the woke nonsense, and it's bombed hundreds of millions of pounds down the pan. For what? So they can spread the message of diversity and women in strength. It's like, oh, just fuck off. Just put out a fucking good movie. You don't enjoy movies anymore. This Fantastic Four, apparently Johnny Blaze he's not allowed to be a womanizer because that's offensive. Fuck off, mate. So yeah, it's just going to be more woke nonsense. Nobody will watch it. They'll just flush hundreds of millions of pounds down the sink, and we'll just get another shit woke movie. And I saw it in the news, this Islamist fucking terrorist stabbing prison guards, throwing hot water on them. I just don't get it, man. It's just, and of course they can just do what they want. They just run around doing what they want. All the screws now, they're all women. For some reason, they can't control their environment, so you get these Islamists, the terrorists, right? They hate English people. They're bombing kids and women. So, I mean, when I was doing time, right, if some wrong'un, because he's a wrong'un, anything against, it has changed recently. It used to be anything against kids or women, you were a wrong'un, but now it seems to be accepted that women beating, you know, like fucking everybody is women beaters these days. So it's more accepted, but still the kid thing remains the same. So anybody who harms children, bombing them, for instance, killing innocent women and children, innocent men, innocent lives, you're a fucking wrong'un. So how is he going into prison, right? And I keep hearing about Muslims running the prisons and converting to making people convert to Islam. Well, where's all the fucking English dudes at? How come they're not rallying together? I know when I was doing time, if some fucking terrorist came on the wing, because they hate English people, if they'd have come on the wing, he's in for bombing innocent children and women, right, fucking wrong'un, let's get him off the wing. There'll be a fucking 10 dudes, they'll go in his cell, smash the living daylights out of him, and boom, see you later, one off. And that's how it rolls. So where's all the English people? How are they able to come into prison, fucking run around doing what they want, burning guards and stabbing guards? And I bet it was women. What the fucking... It just says guards. It doesn't say men or women. I bet it's women. Because they hate women where they come from. They hate English people and they hate women. And it fucking drives me mad when you see these fucking dummies with the blue hair holding a sign up, these trans activists. Oh, welcome, welcome. It's like if you was in their country, they would kill you for being gay and trans. And you're standing there with a sign saying, welcome, the country's on its arse. It's an absolute mess. And just everyone's scared to say out because they don't want to be labelled racist or they don't want to offend anyone. Look at Celebrity Big Brother. Mickey Rourke has just been kicked out for, I don't know what for, I don't really watch it, but what they're doing is putting people in Celebrity Big Brother. Right, what do I have to do? Okay, well, you just go in Celebrity Big Brother and you just be yourself. So that's what Mickey Rourke's done. He's gone in and someone's offended because he said a homophobic slur, and he's been kicked out for being himself. So they're not being themselves, so it's fake then, isn't it? If you've got to go in the Big Brother house, if you have to act a certain way and you can't say certain things, then it's fake, it's manufactured, so the whole thing's fake. And that's what it's like in this country now. It's just a fake country. Everybody's running, treading on eggshells, and these fucking dangerous Islamists, what they should be doing with these, right? They shouldn't be allowed to run around stabbing fucking guards and throwing red hot water on guards. They should be isolated. They shouldn't be allowed in a gang, because the terrorists, of course, they're going to gang up and fucking hurt more innocent people. So in America, if you get a terrorist, if you go and shoot a school up and hurt kids, or you go and bomb someone up, they put you in isolation so you don't talk to anyone. They just keep you in a room, right? You fucking stay there, do your rip. And that's what he should do, but he won't, because it's offensive to Muslims. I've been padded up with Muslims in prison, right? Now, if you're a Muslim, you come to this country, that's a fine. You know, you want to preach your religion to yourself, go for it. You want to pray 50 times a day, go for it. You want to wash your balls in the sink, if you want to wipe your ass with your hands, if you don't want to eat pork or whatever, that's up to you. But don't come around stabbing people, fucking praising Allah and shouting Allahu Akbar and bullying people and growling at people if they don't agree with you. You come into England, you speak English, and just be decent, be a nice person. If you want to be a Muslim, be a Muslim. I've been padded up with them. I don't like being padded up with Muslims because, what I've just said, they fucking wash the balls in the sink where you have to wash your face. And there's just no conversation to be had. And I remember one guy, I've never been forced to turn Muslim or Islam or whatever, but I was padded up with a Muslim, and he was like he wasn't forcing it on me, he was trying to like convince me to read this book, and it's crap, you know. You can't touch out in the cell in case it's the Quran or fucking halal or whatever, and we've got no real conversation. I want to be padded up with someone who I can have a laugh with, somebody I can watch what I want to watch on TV, you know. And I was padded up with this guy, and he was doing all the prayers and all that, and then he gave me this book. He says, "Oh, do you like to read?" I said, "Yeah, I love reading." And he's given me this book to read, and I guess he was just trying to get me into the Islam and all that. And I was being polite. I said, "I'll read it later." No intentions of reading it. And then he starts saying, "Oh, have you read that? Yeah, have you read it?" I was like, and got in the end. I said, "Look, I'm not reading your fucking book. Fuck off." I had to get him out of the cell. But yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to gang up. How has this guy got knives and red hot cooking oil? He must have a fucking. He's a terrorist, man. Why has he got a sink? Why has he got a kettle in his cell? I can remember one guy came into prison when I was there, and he was some kind of terrorist. He did not blow anybody up, you know. Or we used to call him a terrorist, just like for a joke, because he was an Asian guy. So we used to say, "Oh, he's a terrorist," because, you know, that's what it's like in prison. It is a racist place. It is a homophobic place. That's just the way it is in prison. I don't know if it's still like that. I've not been for a while. But we used to call him a terrorist, and we used to have like a running joke and say, "Oh, he's in for shoplifting. He lifted the whole shop up off the floor with a bomb." And he actually made a bomb on the wing, because he said to us one day, he said, "Oh, I can make a bomb." I was like, "Yeah, you silly cunt, can you fuck?" And he's gone away. Like 2 weeks later, he's come back. He said, "I made it." And he says, "Go and take it up into the TV room then and detonate it up there." He didn't think it'd do out, but he stuck it up there and it just went boom. It didn't blow out up, but it just made a loud cracking sound and just filled the entire wing with smoke and ruined everybody's clothes. So yeah, they should be isolated. They shouldn't be allowed a kettle in the room. They shouldn't be allowed electronics or whatever. They shouldn't be allowed anything. If you're blowing up innocent people, innocent kids and children and fucking women, then you should be in isolation, on your own, no influence. You shouldn't be able to be around other people. But now there's 3 officers fighting for their lives because he's thrown red hot butter on them and fucking stabbed them up for what? Because in the name of Allah, probably. It's just, it's unbelievable. I can't believe where we are now as a country, and everybody's treading on eggshells. No one dares say out. They're just cancelling anyone. They should be treated, put in a cell, isolated, just like Tommy Robinson is. I mean, he's isolated, he's on his own, so they can do it. Because they're doing it with him. And what's he in for? Fucking airing a documentary. And he's in isolation, he's not allowed around anyone, he's having a terrible time. And he's the one trying to stop these bombers. It's just fucking, it don't make sense, does it? It's just like the country's just full of snowflakes now. It's everywhere you turn, you go to Donnytown, there's nobody speaks English. And like I say, if they come over, if they're polite and friendly, they can speak English, not a problem. But if they're coming over growling at people and stabbing people, we don't want it. But yeah, that's my little rant for today. Even the celebrities now, they don't even look like men anymore. Like growing up, we used to have role models like Sylvester Stallone or it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and big, strong, manly men. We used to look up to him like, well, yeah, I want to be like him when I grow up. Now they're like little dogs, they don't even look like men anymore. They look like animated Disney fucking cartoons or something. They've all got like perfect teeth, their hair, transplants, fucking eyebrows painted on, wearing skinny jeans. It's like, Jesus Christ. Who the kid's supposed to look up to? Fucking Mr. Non-binary fucking Disney character. It's I don't know, I just can't see where we're going to end up. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. This country's just absolutely knackered. It's falling apart. Have you seen the state of the streets in, is it Birmingham? I went to Exthorpe yesterday, piles of rubbish all up the streets. And I've come through the alley, and it's the foreigners. I've seen them do it. Before you say, oh, racist, I fucking saw them doing it. I've gone through the alleyway. Rubbish everywhere, absolute meat carcasses on the floor. It was disgusting. And I've come flying through the corner, and there's a fucking foreigner with a bag full of rubbish, and he's just thrown it straight over the fucking gate. And I had a bit of a go at him. I said, what are you doing, you scruffy cunt? And he was just, and they just scream racism. And Exthorpe's on its arse, man. It's fucked now, and it's just full of barber shops and vape shops, and I don't know where we're going. It just don't feel like England anymore. It feels like a third world country, and if anybody speaks out about it, they just get cancelled. I mean, and then they start making up phony charges. Russell Brand, I don't know if he's done it or not, but he's used to speak out against the government. The Tate brothers, they're fucking looking at prison. And have you noticed, it's always the wrong and stuff. It's always the rape or paedophilia or something, because they know that that's what people hate. So they'll just invent some phony charges to turn people against them. And they've all been cancelled. Look at that looks like a spitting image puppy. What's her name? Katie Hopkinson. She's been cancelled because she says it as it is. Like I say, with Mickey Rourke, they're throwing him out because he has an opinion. It's like, yeah, you can live in England, but you have to act this way, otherwise you're going to throw you in prison or we're going to cancel you. And we wouldn't mind acting like that if it was fair, if everybody had to act like that, but it doesn't. It seems to be like, these foreigners can do what they want, they get everything what they need, but the English people don't get back of the queue. It don't make sense. I mean, how much does it cost? Like, every morning when I go out on my bike, there'll be like tons of foreigners. They've all got like 5 or 6 kids. And I'm like, how much is that going to fucking cost? Of course they're going to come here, come to England, we'll pay you to fucking live here. And you don't even have to respect our rules. You don't even have to speak English. Just come here, we'll just throw money at you. Of course they're going to come. And they're just, I don't know, man. It winds me up. It's every single day you put the TV on. I was watching something last night. About tagging. This Serco, they run the tagging thing. When you get out of prison, sometimes you can get on a tagging. I was never eligible for tagging because I breached a license. I forget what it was called, Rule 49 or something. No, it's not, Rule 43 before you start in the comment. I think it's like Rule 49, breach of license. If you breach a license, you're not eligible for tagging. So I was never eligible for tagging, so I didn't really think about it. But you get people who are obsessed with it. Oh, tagging, oh, because you get out like 2 months earlier on a home detention curfew, and they just put a tag around your leg. And it showed us last night, a woman went undercover, run by Serco. Now Serco, I've done jail in Serco prisons, privately run prison by Serco, and like 99% of the violence I saw in prison was in a Serco prison. It was good food, good conditions, but very violent. And back when I was doing time, there was no outside charges. If you went up and slashed someone, you had to spend a couple of days down the block, and that was it. So there was just violence everywhere. There was people going on visits, having sex in the visiting room, in the toilets, bringing in parcels. It was fucking crazy. It was mental. And that was a Serco-run prison, and now they've got this government contract for tagging. And it was an absolute sham. There's people coming out, because apparently you can beat someone to death now, you can murder someone, and you'll get out on tagging. There was a guy out who's beat someone to death, murder, and he was on tag, and they didn't know where he was. They went to his house, nobody there, and they just didn't know. And this woman's undercover saying, this guy's a killer, and you don't know where he is. And that's the country now. It's ridiculous. There was a woman on there, and she made a channel out of cutting a tag off and drinking and acting antisocially, and she's just laughing at him. You know, she's not supposed to be drinking, and she's making videos on TikTok, hundreds of thousands of viewers, subscribers, whatever you call them, and she's making a mockery out of it. I just can't understand it. If you've got somebody who's committing crime, who's drinking, right, and they've got a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, and just if you're a probation officer, just watch the fucking channel and then go and arrest them. But they don't. It's unbelievable. And they didn't know where anybody was. They didn't have equipment. There's killers, murderers, paedophiles just running around the streets, and nobody knows where they are. And they just go to the house and knock on the door, nobody there, say, oh, she'll get in trouble for that. And then they start laughing like it's a big fucking joke. There's a killer on the roof, and it's just a big laugh, innit? I just can't believe where we're at. I don't know. I can't see a way forward. You say, oh, vote for reform, stop the boats. But so what? It's still knackered, innit? We're still going to be we're still the minority as it is in Doncaster. So that's, yeah, it might damage limitation, but we're still fucked. But anyway, that's a little rant for today. I'm sure it'll offend somebody, and there'll be some snowflakes hammering me in the comments. But this is my opinion, you know. This is what I see. I'm a realist. I say it as it is. I say it as I see it. And I don't want to come on here and conform and say, oh yeah, you know, because it's all fake. I see it on Facebook. People, like, behind the scenes, they'll be talking to me saying, oh yeah, I'm fucking sick of this, no one speaks English, you know, they're taking a piss. But then on Facebook, they'll be putting, oh, racist thugs, you know, just so they fit in and look like they're a good person. It's fucking load of bollocks, mate. And all the people are on there, they're all trying to, oh, happy birthday, sending hugs and prayers. They don't mean none of it. It's all bullshit so that they look like a good person. It's this fake world what we live in now. It's fucking pathetic. And if you're going Big Brother, don't be yourself, because they'll just kick you out like they have done with what's his name. But anyway, that's the rant over for today. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I can't understand how terrorists can go to prison and then start fucking running the prison. Where is everybody? Why is nobody going in this fucking little rat cell and smashing him in and getting him off the fucking wing? I don't know. It's like, it just blows my mind. But anyway, if you like this video, press the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, pap.